Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchdown. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. The first carry here for Ashton Jeanty. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry and's got us off and running.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Still momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Shotgun give here to Jeanty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Milrow. Short pass brought in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
That's complete to the back, Ashton Jeanty. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Flush down out to his left. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Gain 15 there. And that's a Vegas first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Completed over the middle. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Milrow from the gun. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Jeanty runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes. Not quite sure what was coming next. It will be that same strategy they employ. I'm going to guess so until that defense proves they can stop it.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Takes the second down snap. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. We talked about it earlier. Brought a losing streak into the building with him. That is not a good start towards breaking that streak as they go 3 and out.
No, you want to bust that narrative, and the best way to do that is to start fast, and, well, once again, they're not.
Secures this at the 17. Love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40.
At their own 41-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be again to Jensen. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
Shotgun now for Milroe. He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
On the jump ball.
Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
And the stop was made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. They get 40 on the big hitter. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pull out in front for their 13-zip. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Now throw to start the drive. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what did they tell us yesterday in those production meetings? Nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Bucs have the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
Let's go now. Go.
Throwing it again here. Setting up the screen. Has a lane inside the 35. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Has it downfield working left. Touchdown Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers make it a one-score game in the first half. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ballgame.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. Things going well so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Genty from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Brought in by his back here. It's Genty. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end, and they give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
It's a screen play to Genty. Oh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Genty. He can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal.
Here we go,
at the Bucs 2-yard line.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 13-point lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Caught out left. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, give him a chance to make a play.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So first down from the 41. They're going to try and throw it here. Finds the in route complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Ready?
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Escapes the pocket. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and it brings up 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 26. Looking to throw here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it 4th down.
I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll get him back to 11.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This, the snap that's going to take us inside the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, here we go.
First down throw here from Milroe. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. So it looks like it'll be 2nd and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. The Raiders with the lead at home here at Allegiant. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go now.
Straight ahead with Genty. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, it would really break the backs of a defense.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Come on, come on. Go.
Another give here to Jency. His charge towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
And the Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Buffalo 18, 19 Lions. Ready?
Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Let's go. 18 card, go street. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat, 60, 79 Broncos. Ready.
Milroe with it on 1st. That one's complete over the middle. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Raiders 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Throwing here, Milroe. Waiting for the goal line. Oh, we lost it. Someone punched it out. And this one belongs to the Bucs.
That is such a gut punch as a quarterback. You put in so much work to get down near the goal line. And then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
19 tight.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Caught by his back. And this one only gets up to about the 5-yard line. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
The 5-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Here we go.
He's dropping back to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Looking to throw. He's got Emeka Egbuka. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he set out.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So with only a single second remaining, they're going to try a field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
the set.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
35-yard line.
Setting him on the dime. And he's going to look ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. To the air on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long. Well, he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Start. Ready.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. Creates space to take that shot downfield.
This is Gentile on 2nd. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
60.
Pistol now for Milroe. They go to Gentile on the dump off. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. It's a pickup of 26. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the move.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready. Mustang 19. Gravity Lions. Get ready to spin. Get ready to spin.
Here's Milroe to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. Brock Bowers, the touchdown.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. With the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders lead by 15 now. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that is a rough one, Brock. It came down well short of that 20-yard line minimum he needed, so this drive going to begin from the 40-yard line instead.
On the jump.
He'll work against the blitz. Dumps it off to his running back. And we'll have a 4-yard gain on that one. He's taken down at the 44.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Bronco 80. Warrior 17.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of it. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
70 Timberwolves.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. defense in the hurry up here.
At the 47-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They're going for this. He's got to his running back. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the first.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Now looking to throw. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the offense still moving forward as roughing the passer overrules that incomplete pass. Throwing now on first down. He's got it at the 6. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
25 more yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
20.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10.
Let's go now.
And off to Jency. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
79 Bronco.
The Raiders first down.
Milrow looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
2nd and 10. Milrow to throw. We come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Offense up to the line fast.
Gain of 10 yards. Las Vegas first down.
19 Lions.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Trying the comeback route. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. How about a big hitter? 30-40 yards there and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone.
70 Lions.
From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. And that's going to be a sack. He goes out of bounds well behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, that's one of those situations that you have to have awareness, right? You call it spatial awareness. You got to be conscious of the sideline and just simply get rid of the football. Looks like we saw a slight bit of panic there, hence going out for the sack.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Pirates.
From the gun, Milrow. Headed out right. Completed to his running back. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, with some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it and throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Quick throw left side, complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
It's a design keeper for Milroe. And he hauls it across for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the third. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders lead by 15 now. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. Dodge the tackle. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This our last play of the quarter. They'll throw to begin this drive. It's on the turf, ball's out, he lost it. And the Raiders get to it. And they'll take over a little further upfield thanks to that return. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. Against the Raiders up by multiple touchdowns, and they've got the football. We've set it down from 37.
Set up. Viking 18. Ready.
Here's Milroe, first and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. They gain 11 on that play, and that's a Vegas first down.
Let's go now.
Milroe from the gun. Running in the red zone. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
The 6-yard line.
From the red zone on first. And he's got it. It's in close. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders make it a 3-score game in the fourth. Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow the lead now to 22 points.
42. Buccaneers 20.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up first and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Going ground on first and goal. There's so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Back on second and goal. On the move, headed right. And down he goes. Raiders got it. Quickly here. manages one on the play, so that sets up 4th and goal from the 3.
It's now
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Escapes the pocket. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
They give up the guts. It's Genty. Well, I'm not seeing the signal for a safety, Brock, but he did not dodge it by much. That run just gets back to the line.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
No throw from his end zone. Big strike here to Williams. 40. Into the red zone. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders keep adding to that 4th quarter lead.
I've seen a lot of plays in the playbook. I don't think I've seen a play designated for a 98-99.